Divisive Legend here. Sorry, I'm on a walk. I'm just taking me a walk right now. But I did another poll on Twitter, and today I'm going to be talking about liberal social justice warriors. So, okay, I'm just going to say it like this. If you look at, I'd say, 90% of the problems that are going on right now, most of it is social issues that have been brought about by social justice warriors. Okay, the government has gotten involved in gay marriage because of social justice warriors, and since they dragged the government into marriage, that caused the transgender bathroom issue. That's caused all kinds of different issues in terms of sexuality, in terms of gender. It has destroyed sports in some areas. It has damaged a lot of things. It has made people unsafe because people can go into the women's restroom when they shouldn't in a lot of places. So that's how they've destroyed sexuality and the concept of that. Now we're going to go into how they destroyed the concept of safety in America. All of this defending of Islam and this blind defense of it, and then every time you try to criticize Islam, then you get called a bigot, xenophobe, Islamophobic, whatever they want to call you. After they call you all that, then it becomes, you start to say any facts about Islam, and they try to divert to Christianity, despite the fact that Christianity went through a reformation years upon years upon years ago, and Islam never has. So that's how they've endangered our country with Islam, is they're protecting the Islamic terrorists that are coming into our country, regardless of whether we should let them in or not. And I just have this to say to any liberal who wants to defend Islam: if Islam is so good, why don't you go over there to the Middle East? Why don't some of you white women that are a part of the social justice warrior movement, why don't some of you black women, anyone that's a woman, why don't you go over there to the Middle East? Why don't you move to Syria? Go over there and talk about your rights. Go over there and talk about harassment. Go over there and talk about a rape culture, if you want to talk about that. Because let's not forget that over in Islamic countries, they worship a man who was a pedophile and a terrorist, and his name was Muhammad. Okay, if you're going to talk about all these problems over here, why don't you go over there to the Middle East and go out with your head uncovered? Why don't you not cover your face and cover your body if you want to go over there and you want to defend them? If you want to talk about how if you're over there here talking about gay rights and not being treated right because you're gay, why don't you go over to an Islamic country? Okay, why don't you go over there and get beheaded and thrown off a building? Because that's what they do to gays over there. If you're transgender, go over there. Go over there. Watch when you get beheaded. And watch when you get thrown off a building for A, being a non-Muslim, B, being gay, being transgender, whatever you want to call it. Watch what happens to you if you want to defend it. Now we're going to talk about how liberal social justice warriors have racially divided our country. Black Lives Matter, fucking all these different pro-immigrant things that are protecting illegal immigrants that are here illegally. We are a country of laws, and how are we supposed to be a country if we don't even enforce our laws when we're a country of laws? And we're letting people come into our house into our country that shouldn't even be allowed in here, because this country, this is our home, this is our house. Why are we letting people in that we don't know about? Oh, that's right, because it goes against your little concept of social justice, and everything is against white people. Okay, if it's done by whites, you're obviously calling them a racist because of that. That's why people don't call me racist. That's why you social justice warriors haven't called me that, is because I'm not racist. Now, let's talk about social justice warriors on YouTube, and let's talk about how toxic they are. Let's talk about that fucking fruit booty, Riley Dennis. Let's talk about that fruitcake. Okay, first off, you're not a fruitcake because you're gay. It has nothing to do with you being gay. It has to do with the fact that you're a fucking idiot. You're here on YouTube calling yourself a non-binary transgender lesbian. Like, okay, you're a man, you're dressed up as a woman, you're dating a woman. You are not binary. You are not non-binary. You are a man and you are dating a female. Okay, what you are is a cross-dresser. You are not transgender. You are a cross-dresser. Okay, you are not even trans. You're a fruitcake cross-dresser. And I have no problem with gays, transgenders. I have no problem with that. One of my favorite YouTubers happens to be Blair White. So no, I have no problem with transgenderism or none of that. But Riley Dennis, you're a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. You're an idiot. Actually, correction. I'm not sorry. Because somebody needs to tell you how stupid you really are. You're going on your fucking YouTube account. You're defending Islam. You're defending against a culture that would kill you and behead you for being what you are. You're defending a culture where their prophet in their Bible tells them to kill you. You are blindly ignoring all of the facts that are written in the Quran. And this is not just you. This is every stupid-ass liberal social justice warrior. But you're an example because you're on YouTube and you actually have a platform. Okay? Now we're going to talk about the idiocy that was Obama. Obama is part of what created this entire social justice warrior concept because he was the one who even started the whole race thing. Because when he was getting elected, everybody wanted to vote for him because they were scared to be called a racist. And the social justice warriors instantly hopped behind him and got on Barack Obama's nuts. Okay, that's how Obama got in. Was all you social justice retards completely got him in. Okay, now we're going to talk about Trump's win. The reason that Trump won is because of the regressive movement going out here protesting and starting violence at his rallies, and the media was lying about it, which, by the way, it was your media, you stupid liberals. Your media is who got Trump elected. Okay? Period. If it wasn't for you, and if it wasn't for your media acting the way you were, Trump would never have gotten in. Because what he did the entire election was he would say shit to get shock value and be up and down the media and be up and down the TV channels and all over the news. Hillary said nothing about platform. She said nothing about policy. Trump did. Hillary didn't. Most of her money went towards attack ads at Trump, which were personal attack ads. Okay, which is what all you libtards, social justice retards did. So she'd use the same tactics you guys were, and that's why he won. She didn't talk about policy. She never gave you any reason to vote for her. She gave you reasons not to vote for Trump, which a lot of those were inaccurate and a lot of those were media lies. But that's all she did, was talk about why you shouldn't vote for Trump. Nothing about why you should vote for her. The only thing that she was riding on was expecting to win the black vote and expecting to win the women's vote because she's a woman. She was trying to get in and she almost won. Had Trump not have won, she would have probably won the election, no matter what. If Trump hadn't won because of the regressive movement. But Hillary, when she ran, was basically running on the platform of, I'm going to be the first woman's president. Don't vote for Trump because he doesn't have the temperament to be president. Well, I'm sorry, but he's done a pretty damn good job so far, I think. Now, as for all you libtards saying that Trump is not your president and that you don't want to be here and that this is not your flag, well, guess what? Trump won the United States election. He is the president of the United States. If you do not like that, he is your president as long as you live in the United States. And if you do not like that, you do not have to be here. You can leave. You can leave the country if you don't like it. Because as long as he is alive for the next 4 years, he will be your president, provided that something horrible does not happen to him. As long as nothing horrible happens to him, Trump is your president for the next 4 years. Hopefully 8. He's probably going to win another 4 if the regressive movement doesn't stop acting the way it is. So, yeah, there we go. I just talked about how I feel about liberals and all this shit. Divisive Legend tuning out. Real news, real talk. Fuck you liberals. Peace.